another video trick guide to our adventures, and today we are going to pick up my dad's mounted bobcat, and there's something else what it looks really cool with. Stay tuned. Guys, look at that. That's the bobcat.
Oh, really? Over in the Spirit Lake area? Yeah, I actually know those guys really well.
You want all those?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all really good. I've got family not too terribly far from here. They're about an hour south. Like around Pocahontas, northwest Fort Dodge. That's where my mom grew up at.
Okay, you gonna ask him questions?
Yeah, you can just.
How do you mount big elk?
Well, we can walk over here and I can kind of show you. When an animal comes in, it usually comes in like this, and we skin it out and get all the meat and the fat off of it. And then once we get that done, we salt them and get all the moisture out of it and let them dry. And then I send them off to a tannery, which will tan them into leather. And when they come back from the tannery, they look like this. So that's already been tanned into leather. It's wet, that way we can stretch it over the forms. But so that's already been tanned into leather. It's nice and clean, and then we take that and we'll stretch it over a mannequin. We use different styrofoam mannequins for every animal. Like this is a big elk, and that's what he's actually doing here. He's got the hide stretched over the mannequin. Now he's adjusting the lips and the nose and the eyes and stuff. So, and then once they're dry, then we put a nice little paint job on them, kind of like makeup, and they're ready to go home.
Oh, how long does it usually take for you to do a big elk or?
Well, he started on that big elk this morning at about 7 o'clock, and he's still going. And then when he's done, I'll probably play with it for a while. And then every day we'll have to mess with it while it dries. But it takes all day long to mount something big like an elk.
Including the, when it comes into skinning, sending it off.
Yeah, that's just mounting the tan skin.
Yeah.
You've got probably another full day if you count skinning and fleshing and all that. And then the finish work, once it's dry, takes a pretty good amount of time too. So.
Does it take longer for big animals or small animals?
Well, medium-sized animals are the easiest. So deer and stuff like that are probably the easiest. Big animals take longer just because they're so big and so heavy and they're hard to work with. And little teeny tiny animals take a long time because they're so delicate and hard to work with. So if we could have our way, we would do deer-sized animals every day.
What do you mean? You only have a couple of them floating around.
I know.
Like on the deer-sized animals, what's your turnaround time?
Turnaround's basically the same for everything, about 1 year.
Is it?
And that's just because we've got so much stuff that's
right
in the freezers and in process all the time.
Well, so, I mean, you're going to start getting stuff here shortly if you haven't.
And that slows us down even more because it's hard to mount stuff while you're taking stuff in.
Right.
But yeah, we try to keep everything at a year. I'm behind on some stuff. Seems like always. But, but we do our best.
Were you going to ask him about fish?
Oh, do you mount fish?
Yeah, we do. We do them two different ways. We do a skin mount fish. These are all crappies. We can do a skin mount fish where we actually take the real skin off of the fish and mount it over a styrofoam mannequin. And these all still need to be painted. So these are not done yet. But yeah, those are some really big crappies.
Yeah, they are. How big is that one?
They're all 17 to 18 inches. I think the biggest one's 18 and a half. But yeah, they're giants.
Wow.
The other kind of fish we do are reproductions, which is wrapped in plastic. But here's a reproduction bass. And these are basically just made out of fiberglass. And then we'll paint them to look like a fish. But there's a couple finished ones of each in the showroom in there, and you really can't tell the difference once they're done.
You should probably ask him about different poses for crappie, shouldn't you?
Make sure you get their kids.
Because don't you have...
My 16-inch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There are different poses. My favorite pose for a crappie is actually a closed mouth. Just because I like the shape of a crappie head, how it's kind of scoop shaped like that. So I think the closed mouths look really cool. But a lot of people want the mouth open. So we'll do something like that.
Oh.
Which you can do with the mouth open. Or sometimes you can do something in between where the mouth's partially open. But when you're doing replicas, if we have to order a replica, sometimes you don't have that many choices to get that exact size fish. So it really just depends on what's available. But yeah, the closed mouths are my favorite. I think they look the best.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Which I think I've got a closed mouth crappie finished in the showroom in there.
Oh.
Should we go look at it?
Oh. Yeah, that looked really good. And do you know how big that is? Like
that one was only about 14 inches.
Oh.
Yeah. But we can do bigger ones.
Hey Greg, do you know what this is?
That? Peacock bass.
Nice.
That coyote's pretty awesome.
It is.
Uh-huh.
It looks so lively.
I'll show you a trick with the coyote. So take that light and shine it in that coyote's eyes.
Oh, wait, they look so realistic. Wow.
You see them turning green?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they reflect like a real coyote would.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
because you can tell they don't do it with everything
I don't know if your cat does it or not. Depends on what eyes I put in it. No, your cat doesn't. It has glass eyes. The only drawback to those reflective eyes is they're acrylic, so they scratch really easy. Get out.
Oh, do you usually just do chest mounts? You don't do full body mounts?
We do full body mounts sometimes, yep. We're getting ready to do several full body mounts actually. That bear that was tanned over there that she was working on, we're gonna mount it full body this week.
Oh.
And then I've got a couple more bears full body that we need to do. We've got some wolves that we're getting ready to do full bodies on. Last year we did a couple big whitetails that were full body. So, yep, that one's a wolf. I've got some bear skulls in the other room.
Yeah, see, it makes your coyote that everyone thinks look like a wolf.
Or I guess that one hanging on the wall's a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, those wolves are something else. And its mouth is just partially open, which is really cool. So you get the nice cool scoop shape, but his mouth's open, so you can see down.
Oh, I didn't see this coyote back here, did you?
Yeah, I saw it. Someday I want this many. Oh, gee.
Kid, you're gonna make me choke.
Yeah. When you were in there, I said, I just want someday I want a wall of like this many.
You're my favorite kind of client.
I choked a little bit.
And I first want to go and hunt or
Yeah, you might as well start
bear.
cheap.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll hunt all these deer first. Maybe go somewhere where
Well,
there's
in a
big
week
deer.
and a half, you are gonna be deer hunting, so.
Maybe go somewhere where there's big deer. Aren't you from Iowa?
Yeah.
What
Well,
are you talking
where
about?
there's
There is
one.
nowhere better than Iowa.
So.
What do you think's the biggest animal you have ever done?
We are getting ready to do a giant moose.
A moose?
It's a big one.
Like
A full body?
It's just the head.
That's just the head.
but it's about the same size as 3 of those elk put together.
Oh boy.
Like their noses are this big around. Like they're just insane.
Yeah, I
You
can
can
imagine.
take your fist and put it into their nostril. Like they're just huge. So yeah.
I bet you that's a real treat to do.
It's work. Yep, it's work. It'll take a couple of us.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for 20 years.
Oh,
I started in 2000 and now it's 2020.
How many deer do you think he's done in 20 years?
hundreds, probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm assuming these are just all deer you're waiting for people to pick up for the most part.
yeah, for the most part, yeah. Picked up. There's a couple that are still drying. If you see like the stuff in their nose, that's a pretty good indicator that we haven't finished that deer yet. So when we finish them, we'll rebuild all the nodules on the nose so it's got some texture to it like that. And then any shrinkage or anything around the eyes will get rebuilt, and then it'll get painted so it looks more finished. We actually put a little paint inside the ears too, so they're not quite so dead looking.
Got any more questions, bud?
No, not really.
Okay.
Fill out some paperwork on a crappie.
Can we? Did we bring it?
No, remember we're getting a replica made there, boss.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you don't even have to bring it.
Okay, bud. We should probably let him get back to work and us head home.
Yeah.
Okay.
2-hour drive.
Right. What do you tell him? Thank you, maybe?
Thanks.
Oh, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Glad I got to give you the tour.
Okay, guys, we're back at the house, and I want to thank Cole from Timberland Taxidermy for showing me around his shop and answering all my questions. And his link will be in the bottom of the description down below. And I suggest, if you have anything to mount, go and check out him in the bottom of the description below. Like I said, bottom of the description of below, whatever. And that'll be it for today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and bye.